And now, for this second part of the video, we will be detailing the right hand, or the picking hand of the banjo. For me, of course, it's the left hand because I'm left-handed, but generally for the rest of you YouTubers, it's going to be the right hand. I'll play this song, the first part, slow, and I'll talk about some little things that Jim does with his picking hand that you might not have known. And then we'll do the B part and follow up the same way as we did the first part. And that's the first A part, and he plays that, of course, twice. He repeats it, whereas I only played it once. And Jim just plays the kickoff with his index and thumb. And that's a quarter note followed by 6 eighth notes. And he follows that by a hammer-on. And of course he reaches down with his thumb pick. But I tend to use my index finger, but I'll play it like him just so you get the idea of what it looks like. Now that last part, the last 2 measures of the song, right there, that confused me for quite a long time until I realized that he was pulling off just before the first beat of the last measure. I played it like this for the longest time. Slower. And I realized, until I listened to it carefully this morning, that he was going to the pull-off sooner than I was, like this. And of course that last little lick is just a double thumb, where the thumb plays the 4th string twice. The index picks the open 3rd string. The thumb reaches down and picks the 3rd string on the frets 3 to 2. Then the index reaches back up and plays the 3rd string open. And then the thumb plays the 4th string again twice, this time 2 to 0. So the whole thing sounds like this. And actually, just for a point of reference, Jim plays this 2 different ways, and the only difference really is this. right there. And so the only difference is at the last note of that lick, he doesn't jump off of the 2nd fret of the 4th string, whereas the other time he jumps off of the 2nd fret of the 4th string and plays it open. So the difference would be as opposed to this. So the two variations are this. Right there. So to recap, I'll play the first part even slower. Now the B part begins, of course, on the 4th string, just like the first break does, where the kickoff starts it. This time, Jim plays on the and of the last beat of the A part, and plays the 4th string. And he's basically sliding just like he does on Earl Scruggs' Foggy Mountain Breakdown, like you do the E minor. But this time he's doing a C chord instead of the E minor. So instead of this, he's playing this. So the lick that he plays on the C chord is a little tricky with these fingers, so I'll zoom in a little closer so you can see. It's hard to play it slow because you're not used to playing it that way, but I'll play it slow, try to see if I can do it. That's it right there. What that C chord really is, that C lick, is it's just a bunch of eighth notes, quarter notes played together. Quarter notes or eighth notes depending on how your tab reads, with 16th notes or eighth notes. I read with quarter notes as the beat. So my beat would be 4-4 instead of 2-4 for 16th notes. So that C chord lick is this again. Up to speed it'd sound like this. Moving on. Again. Sorry. So that B part at medium tempo would sound like this, just to recap what we've learned up to this point. I'll do that C lick just to see that again here, because I know that's probably the trickiest part of this B part. Sorry. That's all it is. And there's a tricky part at the very end of the lick as well, because you're ending on that E note on the first string, and then you have to switch quickly to playing the hammer-on the second string.